Learn about the world. Iran. Iran, Persia, officially the Islamic Republic of Iran, is a sovereign state in Western Asia. It is bordered to the northwest by Armenia, the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, and Azerbaijan. To the north by the Caspian Sea, to the northeast by Turkmenistan, to the east by Afghanistan and Pakistan, to the south by the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, and to the west by Turkey and Iraq. Basic information. Full name, Islamic Republic of Iran. Type of government, Islamic Republic. ISO, IR, IRN. Country domain, IR. Phone code, +98 time zone, +330. Capital, Tehran. Major cities, Isfahan, Tabriz, Mashhad, Shiraz. Largest cities in Iran by population, Tehran, Mashhad, Isfahan, Karaj, Shiraz, Tabriz, Qom, Ahvaz, Kermanshah, Urmia, Rasht, Zahedan, Hamadan, Kerman, Yazd, Ardabil, Bandar Abbas. Iraq, Eslamshar, Zanjan. Area, 1,648,195 square kilometers. Terrain, desert and mountains. Climate, mostly arid or semi-arid to subtropical along the Caspian coast. Population, 92,276,573, May 2025. Ethnicity, Iranian. Currently, the Persians make up only about 51% of the population. The noun Iranian, European ethnic group, includes Persians and a few other ethnic groups such as Kurds, Balochs. Religion. Shia Muslim 89%, Sunni Muslim 9%, Zoroastrian, Jewish, Christian, and Bahá'í 2%. Languages, Persian 58%, Turkish 26%, Kurdish 9%, Luri 2%, Balochi 1%, Arabic 1%, Turkish 1% and others. Resources: petroleum, natural gas, coal, chromium, copper, iron ore, lead, manganese, zinc, sulfur. Agricultural products: wheat, rice, other grains, sugar beets, fruit, seeds, cotton. Dairy products: wool. Caviar. Industries: petroleum, petrochemicals, textiles, cement and other building materials, food processing, especially sugar refining and vegetable oil production, metal fabrication, weapons. Currency: Iranian rial, IRR. Foreign relations. Iran's foreign relations have often been portrayed as being based on two strategic principles: eliminating outside influences in its region, and pursuing extensive diplomatic contacts with developing and non-aligned countries. As of 2009, the government of Iran maintains diplomatic relations with 99 members of the United Nations, but not with the United States, and not with Israel, a state which Iran's government has de-recognized since the 1979 revolution. Among Muslim nations, Iran has an adversarial relationship with Saudi Arabia due to different political and Islamic ideologies. While Iran is a Shia Islamic republic, Saudi Arabia is a conservative Sunni monarchy. Regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the government of Iran has recognized Jerusalem as the capital of the State of Palestine, after Trump recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. On 14 July 2015, Iran and the P5+1 agreed to the Joint Comprehensive Plan on Action, JCPOA, aiming to end economic sanctions in exchange for Iran's restriction in producing enriched uranium after demonstrating a peaceful nuclear research project that would meet the International Atomic Energy Agency standards. Iran is a member of dozens of international organizations. including the G15, G24, G77, IAEA, IBRD, IDA, IDB, IFC, ILO, IMF, IMO, Interpol, OIC, OPEC, WHO, and the United Nations, and currently has observer status at the World Trade Organization. On the 17th of September 2021, Iran began the processes of becoming a full member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. Human rights. Iran's human rights record is exceptionally poor. The regime in Iran is undemocratic, has frequently persecuted and arrested critics of the government and its supreme leader, and severely restricts the participation of candidates in popular elections as well as other forms of political activity. Women's rights in Iran are described as seriously inadequate, and children's rights have been severely violated, with more child offenders being executed in Iran than in any other country in the world. Sexual activity between members of the same sex is illegal and is punishable by up to death. Over the past decade, numbers of anti-government protests have broken out throughout Iran, such as the 2019-20 Iranian protests, demanding reforms or the end to the Islamic Republic. However, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, and police often suppressed mass protests violently, resulting in thousands of protesters being killed. Transport. Iran has a long paved road system linking most of its towns and all of its cities. In 2011, the country had 173,000 kilometers, 107,000 miles of roads, of which 73% were paved. In 2008, there were nearly 100 passenger cars for every 1,000 inhabitants. Trains operate on 11,106 kilometers, 6,942 miles of railroad track. The country's major port of entry is Bandar Abbas on the Strait of Hormuz. After arriving in Iran, imported goods are distributed throughout the country by trucks and freight trains. The Tehran-Bandar Abbas Railroad, opened in 1995, connects Bandar Abbas to the railroad system of Central Asia via Tehran and Mashhad. Other major ports include Bandar-e Anzali and Bandar-e Turkmen on the Caspian Sea and Khorramshahr and Bandar-e Imam Khomeini on the Persian Gulf. Dozens of cities have airports that serve passenger and cargo planes. Iran Air, the national airline, was founded in 1962 and operated domestic and international flights. All large cities have mass transit systems using buses, and several private companies provide bus services between cities. Transport in Iran is inexpensive because of the government's subsidization of the price of gasoline. The downside is a huge draw on government coffers, economic inefficiency because of highly wasteful consumption patterns, smuggling to neighboring countries, and air pollution. In 2008, more than 1 million people worked in the transportation sector, accounting for 9% of GDP. Education in Iran is highly centralized. K-12 is supervised by the Ministry of Education, and higher education is under the supervision of the Ministry of Science and Technology. The rate of adult literacy, among Iranians of ages 10 to 49, has reached 96% on March 19, 2020, while according to UNESCO it had rated 85.0% in 2008, up from 36.5% in 1976. The requirement to enter into higher education is to have a high school diploma and pass the Iranian University Entrance Exam, which is the equivalent of the SAT and ACT exams of the United States. Many students do a 1 to 2 year course of pre-university, which is the equivalent of the GCEA levels and the International Baccalaureate. The completion of the pre-university course earns students the pre-university certificate. Iran's higher education is sanctioned by different levels of diplomas, including an associate degree delivered in 2 years, a bachelor's degree delivered in 4 years, and a master's degree delivered in 2 years, after which another exam allows the candidate to pursue a doctoral program. According to the Webometrics ranking of world universities, as of January 2017, Iran's top 5 universities include Technology, 605th worldwide, Amir Kabir University of Technology, 726th worldwide, and the Tarbiyat Madars University, 789th worldwide. Iran was ranked 60th in the Global Innovation Index in 2021, up from 67th in 2020. Healthcare. Health issues in Iran stem from a variety of reasons, namely, water and sanitation, diet and fitness, various addictions, mental fitness, communicable diseases, hygiene and the environment. The Human Rights Measurement Initiative finds that Iran is fulfilling 88.6% of what it should be fulfilling for the right to health based on its level of income. When looking at the right to health with respect to children, Iran achieves 96.5% of what is expected based on its current income. In regards to the right to health amongst the adult population, the country achieves 98.8% of what is expected based on the nation's level of income. Iran falls into the very bad category when evaluating the right to reproductive health because the nation is fulfilling only 70.6% of what the nation is expected to achieve based on the resources, income it has available. Iran has one of the highest percentages of population in the Middle East with access to safe drinking water, with an estimate of 92% of its people enjoying such access, nearly 100% in urban areas and about 80% in rural areas as of 2007. 45 million Iranians face inadequate nutrition according to Iranian officials. Immunization of children is accessible to most of the urban and rural population. Cholera has been a persistent problem in Iran. In the 2005 epidemic, which involved loss of lives, state television warned people not to eat vegetables or buy ice blocks on the streets. Increased drug use has driven up the incidence of human immunodeficiency virus, HIV. Drug addiction constitutes a major health problem. Sports. Iran is most likely the birthplace of polo, locally known as Kougan. Freestyle wrestling is traditionally considered the national sport of Iran, and the national wrestlers have been world champions on many occasions. Iran's traditional wrestling, called Kosti-e Pahlevani, heroic wrestling, is registered on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. Being a mountainous country, Iran is a venue for skiing, snowboarding, hiking, rock climbing, and mountain climbing. It is home to several ski resorts, the most famous being Tochal, Daizan, and Shemshak, all within 1 to 3 hours traveling from the capital city Tehran. The resort of Tochal, located in the Alborz mountain range, is the world's 5th highest ski resort, 3,730 meters or 12,238 feet at its highest station. Iran's National Olympic Committee was founded in 1947. Wrestlers and weightlifters have achieved the country's highest records at the Olympics. In September 1974, Iran became the first country in West Asia to host the Asian Games. The Azadi Sport Complex, the largest sports complex in Iran, was originally built for this occasion. Football has been regarded as the most popular sport in Iran, with the men's national team having won the Asian Cup on 3 occasions. The men's national team has maintained its position as Asia's best team, ranking first in Asia and 22nd in the world according to the FIFA World Rankings. As of September 2021, Volleyball is the second most popular sport in Iran, having won the 2011 and 2013 Asian Men's Volleyball Championships. The men's national team is currently the strongest team in Asia, and ranks 8th in the FIVB World Rankings. As of July 2017, basketball is also popular, with the men's national team having won 3 Asian championships since 2007. In 2016, Iran made global headlines for international female champions boycotting tournaments in Iran in chess and in shooting as they refused to enter a country where they would be forced to wear a hijab.